just left the quarterback club meeting and to see the energy and the passion of the Ole Miss people. And one of the things that I think motivates this staff and drives us daily is that we take a great sense of pride in knowing that we can bring joy to the Rebel faithful. And I think that's one of the reasons we fit very well here and can share the message of Ole Miss and who we really are here and what we have to offer these young men and the families that we go and recruit to join our family here at Rebel Nation as student athletes. So it was thrilling to obviously finish strong today in the year-long plan that we had. And well, there's so many people that play a huge part in this process that it's hard to thank them all. Obviously, our staff, who I think we have some of the rising stars in this profession, and the way they went about recruiting and building relationships over the course of a year and executing our 12-month plan. I thought they were pretty flawless in that in most regards. But also our players, I can't give them enough credit. They sold our program. I've often believed and will say that if we can get a young man to campus and they see the beauty of Ole Miss, the passion of its people, the love that they all have for this great university, the fact that it has a rich tradition, and 6 SEC championships and 3 national championships, and they are somewhat far removed, and so it doesn't get talked about a lot, but obviously it's something that we use here in our recruiting sales pitch. But the biggest vision that we have is to do something new and fresh, and convince a group of young men to come together and want to be different, and to do something different and fresh at a place that may not be the norm, to upset the apple cart, so to speak. And that's what we went about in this recruiting class. We did it under extreme criticism and negativity, particularly the last 48 hours. It's been very difficult to sit by and know that our coaches have executed our 12-month plan with great integrity, and obviously we had some great ends to some national guys, and I think that's something that a lot of people that criticize don't understand. You know, we have the brother of the #1 player in the country who just had a wonderful experience this year at Ole Miss, and family is very important to that family, to the mom and to the dad and to that brother, and obviously that was a great end. And to have the best friend of the #1 wide receiver in the nation on our team that we signed last year, and his high school coach be dear friends with one of our coaches, was a great end. And then to have those two young men like Laquan Treadwell and Robert Kimdichie go to recruiting for you, it carries weight. And we were fortunate that we had those ends to those young men, and I think it was obviously God's favor to us has been great, and He's put us in that position to have those ties that really gave us a leg up on the competition in those. And then the job that Chris Kiffin did recruiting Laramie Tunsil was just phenomenal, and it took everybody on our players to get that national guy. But once we got him here on that weekend with all the other national guys, I knew that we had a great chance because the mom fell in love with it. And if you win the mom in the South, you've got a good chance at winning the recruit. So Miss Desiree loved Ole Miss, and so we knew we had a great chance there. And, you know, Tony Connor, you know, throwing up the land shark on TV today, our room erupted. You know, what a great get. He wants to represent this state. Our message to him was real simple, man, come help us do it right here in our own state, a state that I'm from, a state that he's from, and right down the road was great. So our players did a great job. Our student body and faculty, I can't tell you how phenomenal they were on these official visits. They sold our program better than we could. Ethel Young Minor, when she stands before our parents that we bring in on these weekends, it is a home run for us. And she does such a phenomenal job of explaining what we're about here at Ole Miss. So it all came together very nicely, and then today to receive all of our NLIs back, with the exception of one that we had sent out, and that we went to bed last night hoping that we would get back, made for a hugely successful day. And I do think it has the possibility of being a program changer. Obviously, nothing is it's all on paper right now. And we'll start having to manage expectations right now because we'll still be in our second year of our journey together. But I do think we took a huge step forward today in on that journey toward getting where we all want to get, and that's competing for an SEC West championship.